problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, pressure me calling. Look on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The foe in affection, I summon and double.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday. Hopefully you guys all had an awesome week, and hopefully you guys have an awesome weekend. I don't have much planned for this weekend, but I actually do have possibly a track day coming up, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. In the long run, I think I've told you guys, the next thing I have really on the schedule is not until January. We have a private rental in Houston, first weekend in January. It's actually a birthday present from Kevin. So that's been always the goal, is to take the car down to Houston with some negative DA and see if we can't push that record further into the 8s. See how far we can push the stock motor before pulling the stock motor for a built motor, but let's get into that. So I should have had the car plugged in because I haven't drove the car for a few days. The simple smooth stage bump box that I have, for some reason, I think I wired it wrong and it constantly has power. So I need to either hook up a battery on-off switch, which you have to have anyways if you have the battery relocated to the rear, which I'm eventually going to relocate the battery to the rear. And so I'll probably just end up putting an on-off switch. That way when the car's in here, I can completely cut the power from the car and nothing is draining on the battery. But I do believe that the simple stage, I saw the blue light back there, so it's constantly pulling power. And this battery can definitely hold some power, but when you have something constantly draining it, it's gonna kill the battery. So the car is sat for a couple days. So we do have the Genius charger charging it up. It's already back at like 75%. So I'll be able to start the car here in just a second. So the cool thing about this charger is I can leave it plugged into the wall, and it's got some stuff built into it where it will not overcharge the battery and ruin the battery. So you can actually leave this plugged in at all times. Boom, and we're back to the other garage. So I still have a few things that I need to install on the car. We're gonna get this done this weekend or early next week. I still have the CO2 system, but I'm not gonna hook up the CO2 system until I get a new boost controller. Once I get the new boost controller, then I'm gonna run the CO2 system off of that, and then hopefully we can either ramp up the boost by gear or by RPM or by time. Other thing I need to still install is the new MOTIONRACEWORKS billet catch can. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So we're gonna take this up front just to see where we should mount it, but this is the new billet catch can from MOTIONRACEWORKS, and I need to install it on the car. Just need to find a good spot for it. So the cool thing about this is it's double baffled, so the filter on top won't get dirty. As you can see, look how dirty the filter is on that one. So this one's double baffled, so the filter shouldn't get all dirty. And also the cool thing about this is this bracket, you can actually move it around the top to different mounting points, and it should be fairly easy to mount this on any car. So guys, like I said, I have the Houston rental coming up in January. After January, that's when I plan to pull the motor if I don't hurt it before then. It's highly possible that I could hurt the motor before then, but the motor has lasted this long. The only passes I've made on the car has been at 15 PSI. 15 pounds of boost is all that this motor has seen. Now, the person that previously had the record, I believe they're running 18 to 20 pounds of boost, and that's really pushing the stock motor. So what I'd like to do is get the car out one more time, make a few more hits on it, really get the 8th mile and the 60 foot down. I do have the 60 foot down pretty consistently. I kind of know where the settings need to be to run 125 to 127 60 foots. As you guys will see in the videos, it's pretty much just dependent on the track and the conditions that day if we can turn it up a little bit more or have to turn it down. I'd hope that I can turn it up a little bit more on the launch, and then when we get to Houston in January, then we'll turn it up to 17, 18 pounds of boost on the top end and see if we can't push that record even further into the 8s. So if you guys want to know specifics on the car and what everything costs, I just did a video on that, and you can go check that video out by clicking the link up here. So you guys may be asking what's the kind of the recipe that has gotten this car to go as fast as it does with a stock engine and stock oil pump gears. This is an unopened 2018 Gen 3 Coyote stock oil pump gears. Now, definitely stock oil pump gears is playing with fire. However, over revving with a manual car, which now I do have to manually shift the car because it has a turbo 400, but over revving, bouncing off the rev limiter is definitely what will hurt the oil pump gears. Also, pro-charged, supercharged cars, those are a little bit harder on the oil pump gears than a turbo car, but I highly recommend you do the oil pump gears. The only reason, and I've said it 1,000 times, the only reason why I haven't done the oil pump gears yet is because when the built motor comes, it already has oil pump gears in it, so I didn't want to have to do it twice or pay for it twice. What really helps this car is how fast it is out of the 60 foot and in the 8th mile. What really helps that is that the car has a turbo 400. None of the 10R80 cars have been able to leave as hard as a turbo 400 car, and if they have, it's definitely not as consistent. Go look at the fastest 2018, 2019 Gen 3 Coyotes in the world, and they're only going 130s to 140s in the 60 foot. Now, they'll probably be able to get that figured out and get it down, but a Turbo 400 can do that all the time and consistently, and I haven't gone the fastest that this car can go. We're only leaving on about 8 to 10 pounds of boost, and we plan to be able to leave on 12 to 13 pounds of boost and then turn it up to about 17, 18 pounds of boost on the stock motor. Now, if the motor can't hold that, we'll pull the motor, we'll put a built motor in it. But we're hoping that the motor can hold that a little bit longer, because I would really like to push the record a little bit further just to prove what the stock motor can do. And then we'll throw a built motor in and see what it can really do. And this t-shirt just came in. I didn't personally know this guy, Joe Hunt, but I have seen him in a lot of videos online. And when I heard about him passing the way he did, I wanted to support him. And so I bought this shirt. So the proceeds do go to his family. I'm pretty sure they're still selling these. They took a little while to print because a lot of people were buying them, which is really cool. It really helps out Joe Hunt's family. But I did pick up this shirt in memory of Joe Hunt, and you guys can pick yours up too. I want to say it's garagebuiltracing.com. You could just probably Google the Joe Hunt shirt. But rest in peace, Joe Hunt. He was a big time racer, and he was really big in the community. Like I said, I didn't personally know him, but when I heard about his passing, I wanted to help out as much as I could, so I went and purchased one of his shirts. So guys, this car does currently hold the stock Gen 3 Coyote record. A Gen 3 Coyote can be found in a 2018-2019 Mustang, not to be confused with the 2015 to 2017 Mustang, which has a Gen 2 Coyote. I'm not sure what the Gen 2 Coyote record is, but this is the record for the stock Gen 3. It's 854 at 159.8 miles an hour. I'm hoping that we can go a little bit quicker, but hopefully you guys enjoy these clips on the car. If you want to know anything more about the car, I have done a ton of videos on it, and hopefully we can go a little bit faster before this motor goes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you enjoy these clips. I'll see you guys on the next one.
They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through